I saw a great question asked at the City of Hamilton Employee Town Hall today. It was about the Microshelter project, the cost, and transparency around that. Let's look at that question. That is a great question. So why did they cost so much? Yeah, we purchased the units from a company that was created just 3 weeks prior, who then imported the units from China from a drop shipper. Those units came in late, and they cost around $34,000 per unit at the point of purchase. Certainly, if you go online yourself, you will find these units, these very same units, at a lower cost. Additionally, the units we bought were not rated or prepared for Canadian snow loads on the roof, for the Canadian electrical code, or for insulation requirements here in Ontario. Those all required upgrades to bring the units up to code, and that all incurred extensive costs. Now, additionally, we chose to build on a toxic site. The costs associated with remediation there were significant and did not meet our plan. So that contributed to the 300% over budget cost. We should have purchased these units from a Canadian supplier, and we actually have manufacturers right here in Hamilton that could have produced these units for us. As we go forward, I think there's many unanswered questions. One of those answers I would love is, how did we come to do business with a company created just 3 weeks prior? So what is the timeline from first contact with this company and signed contract with the City of Hamilton? Answer that and you'll be well on your way to getting all the the strings pulled on this file. Thank you very much. And now here's the answer from the City of Hamilton manager on this same question.
There's been a lot of conversation about this, Michelle.
Yes, thanks, Connie. This is certainly a hot topic.
You're on the hot
and
seat
has been. I feel like I'm on the hot seat on this one.
But I know it's an important one. It's a very important
It's a very
issue.
important question for lots of reasons. Again, back to our discussion about making sure that every tax dollar that we collect is used prudently. This is part of that discussion. And so why did we pay what we did, or could we have done it cheaper? I think that there's a bit of a sense that it's just the purchase of the cabins. But in fact, when we look at the cost, we have to consider that these are places of shelter for people. People that are vulnerable, and that we have a duty to ensure their safety as well. And so it's not just the cost of the cabin, but the cost of the site prep, the environmental mitigations on the site. There was work done to ensure that the cabins meet local health and safety standards, that they were well insulated and set up given the seasonal challenges that we have. So it really is a large picture, and it's not about the individual cabins. So I think there's the sense that we could have spent less on an individual cabin, but it's not the cabin that's costly, but rather the setup around the cabin and how do we make that site amenable.
Right, the prep work that goes on before.